I have worked with across geographies. I have worked with Australians, Americans, Chinese, Indians, Africans now. I have worked with Europeans. Everybody is so different from, each other. The value of adaptive leadership. So what I've learned, no single formula or no single leadership style will work everywhere. You have to change it as per the people you are working with, as per the geographies you are, dealing with. Africans, they are calm, they are composed. They are also deeply community rooted. So we are like diverse people. What we practice at Arise is how to blend both of them before co-creation, how to listen first and then co-create with them. L&D is no more support function. Those days are gone. L&D is all about, acting as a enabler for growth. We are here to build the capabilities and to drive the business. We are here for people. The level of leadership involves into, training the sessions, helping people understand, sharing their experiences. So it's really serious. L&D is the real critical business driver. This is what I believe. This is what I follow. This is what we practice at Arise. Africans have some history, some tough times because of colonization, because of their, past experiences. So whatever you offer in terms of learning, they'll value it. They are people who wants to learn more. They are people who are hungry for learning. That's where the magic happens because it directly impacts your business. If your people are learning, if they are building their capabilities, obviously it will add value to your business. Whenever I have traveled to African countries, I have seen that half of the country people are on roads and they enjoy life. They love spending time with families, coming on time, going on time, and enjoying their life.
So in short, they have a good work-life balance, which most of the world is looking for.
Yes, absolutely right.
Welcome to Office Tales and People podcast. Next few episodes are going to be with rising leaders from the industry. People who are working in India, outside India. It could be Gulf, Africa, Europe. But you will hear from people who have multiple region experience, multiple industry experience, and experiencing how companies grow with multiple challenges. I hope the upcoming series is something that you all enjoy and learn from. And do not miss even a single leaders show, because it's not just office tales and people, but it's the stories that are unheard of.
So in the upcoming Rising Leaders episodes, you will get answers to a lot of questions which have been on your mind. Don't miss any of these and tune in to Office Tales and People podcast.
And make sure that you share Office Tales and People podcast with everyone around. Hi, I'm Shikha Mittal.
Priyanka Gidwani.
We are your hosts for Office Tales and People podcast.
So today on Office Tales and People podcast, we have with us Shweta Singh, a global L&D leader at the Arise Group.
Shweta has seen a lot of people and businesses across Gulf, India, and Africa. She also believes that learning is not a support system. It is a business enabler. Let's welcome Shweta Singh on Office Tales and People podcast.
Shweta, welcome to OTP. Are you excited?
Thank you so much. Yes, super duper excited.
Okay, are you ready for the first question?
Yes.
So here's the first one. You work in an organization which is based in Gulf. It has many Indian leaders and it is operating out of Africa. What is that one big lesson you've learned from these unique mixes?
So one big lesson that I have learned, Priyanka, is that, we all know that humans are most complex creatures. And when it comes to, dealing in tri-regional mixed cultures, so that complexity, only grows. So I have worked with, across geographies. I have worked with Australians, Americans, Chinese, Indians, Africans now. I have worked with Europeans. Everybody is so different from, each other. The value of adaptive leadership. So what I've learned, after working across geographies, cultures, business context, what it taught me is that no single formula or no single leadership style will work everywhere. You have to change it as per the people you are working with, as per the geographies you are, dealing with. And when it comes to Indians, we all know that we are like pressure cookers. Fast, high on urgency. It's always like meeting the deadlines, panicking and everything. But when it comes to Africans, they are calm, they're composed. I have never seen any African, panicking. And so, and they are also deeply community rooted. So we are like diverse people, we are like different people. So the trick here is, not to force the other one to become the another one, right? And what we practice at Arise is how to blend both of them before co-creation, how to listen first and then co-create with them. Because, sometimes it is all about going slow to go fast. So it's like that. So that's how we are practicing it in, specifically in L&D.
So, Shweta, a lot of people think that learning and development is a very sort of support kind of a function. Whereas you have always talked to me about learning and development to be a business driver. What are your thoughts about that?
So Shikha, it's not only about the external perception. It's the perception everywhere, in-house also. What people say that HR is all about cake cutting, and L&D is all about collecting the feedback form. You organize the training and then you collect the feedback form. But that is not the case. L&D is no more support function. Those days are gone. L&D is all about, acting as a enabler for growth. We are here to build the capabilities and to drive the business. We are here for people, to enable them to drive the business. So let me give you the recent example of Arise. We at Arise are obsessed with customer centricity, and we are genuinely actually obsessed. So that's why, my CEO is himself involved. Okay. And when the level of leadership involves into training the sessions, helping people understand, sharing their experiences, so it's really serious. So that's where we are operating from. So L&D is no more about support function. It's all about capability building and driving the business forward. So when we start any L&D project, it's not about providing the content or creating the content for people. It's all about making them capable to build the future, to solve future problems, so that they know how to deal with future problems. So it's all about capability building, no more support function. And what I'm saying, Priyanka and Shikha, is nothing new. Every smart company knows this. Whatever they do it for people. And I personally, I'm a quintessential people person. For me, people comes first. So if I'm not investing in the development of people, business will not work. Any strategy will fail. Every plan will fail if my people are not ready. Hence, L&D is the real critical business driver. This is what I believe. This is what I follow. This is what we practice at Arise.
You've been operating in Africa. What I want to know from you is if anyone wants to start a business in Africa, what are those 2 or 3 skills which you will say are absolutely critical for them to be able to start up?
Okay, so Africa looks like a one continent, but it has many countries. I think it's 54 countries in total. So if I talk about top 2-3 skills that anybody has to operate there, first is cultural and emotional intelligence. It is a must. You have to have it. Second is all about ground level problem solving skills. You should have that mindset, because there are lack of resources, so you cannot throw any drama over there. You have to understand the situation, and then you have to have that mindset that you have to solve this problem. And third is all about purpose driven communication. You have to tell what is your purpose, what value you are adding to their continent, to their country, and then you have to clearly communicate it. So if you have these 3 skills, you can easily operate there.
So, Shweta, you have shared with us that you've worked with so many different kind of people from so many countries, continents. I want to understand, is there some common traits that you practice when you talk to them, you deal with them every day? What are the common things you keep in place every single day when you talk to them or deal with them professionally, personally?
So if I talk about everyday story, so I'll give you one example. If I have to, schedule a call, I'm operating with people sitting in 4 different zones. At some place there is a power cut. At other place there is no internet. At other place there are public holidays. So I have to deal it, in different ways. So first thing is all about being empathetic. You have to have that patience, empathy, that you understand their situation, you understand what are their needs, and with that intent, you have to listen. Okay, listening is the basic thing that you have to have, and which I practice every day. I listen more and speak less. I first understand before reacting and before replying whatever their needs are. Second is all about being curious, because they are sitting somewhere else, I'm sitting somewhere else. I don't know what is happening at their on the grounds. They don't know what is happening, what is firefighting I'm dealing with every day. So being curious in terms of understanding, okay, what is their need, and then offering whatever I have to offer.
So, Shweta, what I want to know from you, is there anything in learning and development that you would have seen works very well in Africa, which other companies can learn from?
So Priyanka, let me give you one tip. Uh, I'm sure you must be aware that Africans have some history, some tough times because of colonization, because of their, past experiences. So whatever you offer in terms of learning, they'll value it. And as an organization, you'll always have that instant gratification, because whatever you offer in terms of learning, they will not take it for granted. They will always value it, because they are people who wants to learn more. They are people who are hungry for learning. Okay, and that's where the magic happens, because it directly impacts your business. If your people are learning, if they are building their capabilities, obviously it will add value to your business. It will add value to your revenues. So that's what we are practicing at Arise, and that's the tip which I would like to give to all the organizations who wants to come and operate in Africa.
So, Shweta, I have a very interesting question for you. That, India, Africa, Gulf, Europe, so many countries that you've worked for, inclusion is also a sort of an attitude that comes to people naturally, while it is also something that we all can learn. But when it comes to natural sense of inclusion, what do you think how Indians respond versus how Africans respond? Because those are the two areas that you work in most. Is the reason why I'm asking you this.
So, like I said, that Africans are more community driven, cultures, while Indians are more entrepreneurial, fast paced cultures. So, when it comes to inclusions, they both act differently. Okay. Actually, kya hota hai? Africans want Africans, Indians want Indians. So, they work in silos. This is what happens. The amalgamation is difficult to happen. ठीक है, वो डिफिकल्टी आती है विद इन आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एंड वी ऑलवेज ट्राई टू डू दैट, बट deep down it's not happening in the organization. So what?
So, collaboration nahi hota hai basically.
Collaboration nahi hota hai.
You work with so many different kind of people with different countries, different cultures, and it sounds very fancy. Do you think it's fun to work with so many cultures and it's easy to do that, or do you think it's a very challenging job?
No, it's not a cakewalk. It's never been a cakewalk. It's never smooth. It's super messy sometimes, because you are dealing with different people and you don't have fully understood them. Okay. So when I joined, Arise specifically, so that is the first time where, I started working with Africans. And as I said, it's my skill to learn, and, I'm a keen observer. So I listen a lot. And while listening, I observe. So because of that skill, I'm fortunate to, collaborate better, connect better. And it is something which you have to show that collaboration within cultures. And specifically for Africans, that is the only tool to, be successful.
So, one more from me, Shweta. I'm quite excited to know from you, since we're talking so much about Africa, is what makes them happy in their day-to-day life.
So if I talk about the work wise, you give them respect, they are more than happy. So if you don't say hello to them, they don't like it. I mean, it's how they greet. So their morning starts by greeting everybody, being inclusive while, going in the office, saying hello to everybody, bonjour to everybody, comment ça va. I mean, these are the first 2-3 words which you will hear from every African when you enter the office, and that's how they start their day. Okay, they are very soft and very community driven people, so they love socializing also in terms of their personal settings. But when it comes to the work thing, so first is you have to understand what the other person is saying. Okay, after understanding, you give your proposal, whatever you want to say. You should not dictate or impose whatever you are trying to make them understand. You understand from them first, then you say whatever you want to say. So respect, in short, is something which is deeply needed by Africans.
And socializing, you're saying, since they're so rich in culture.
Exactly,
And
exactly. So
being
whenever,
out in the evenings.
yeah, whenever I have traveled to African countries, and whenever I got the opportunity to spend, Saturdays and I mean my weekends over there. So I have seen that half of the country people are on roads, and they enjoy, they enjoy life. They enjoy life. Like, they are not like us. Like I said, that that Indians are pressure cookers. They are like high on urgency. These people are not like that. They love spending time with families, coming on time, going on time, and enjoying their life.
So in short, they have a good work-life balance, which most of the world is looking for.
Yes, absolutely right.
So I hope you're taking back a lot of learning and some tips on L&D for Africa and India from Shweta. Until next time, on Office Tales and People podcast, both I and Priyanka will come back with some very interesting guests for you.